Hello everyone, and welcome to another video. I assume this isn't the first one of me showing off my hardware. Today, I've already made another video, at least, for the Genesis 32X. I don't exactly know what order I'm releasing these in, but right now, I'm going to do my other Sega system, the Sega Dreamcast. Of course, you might have noticed I have two of them. One, the classic white one, and a spare, a black one that says Sega Sports on it for some reason. Very wonderful. Working condition, both of them. Very nice pieces of machinery. I love using this thing. As much as people like to make fun of the graphics. We have two controllers here, and two memory cards. You notice the analog stick, AXBY, D-pad, start. Very interesting design for the controller. And the memory cards, of course, we have one in this controller, and I have a second one here. These are the VMU units, and they're very interesting because they take these types of batteries. Ew, hair. They take these types of batteries. I believe they're called CR2023 or something. Sounds familiar. Let's look on the little pad. They look like this when you take them out of the little box there. 2032s, that's it. And the reason you need batteries in these things is if you take them out of the controller to use them for any other purpose, they need batteries in order to run. And it's very interesting. Sonic Adventure 2 has this little, and Sonic Adventure 1 to an extent, a little chow raising mini game that you play on these things. You see the tiny little screen there, where in the game you put the chow into the memory stick from the garden, and you can actually have them walk around. They have a little adventure. You choose prompts, you choose commands. Periodically as they walk, you give them treats, you scold them. It is an interesting little mini game. The problem, and it kind of raises your stats for your chow, certain stats. I don't remember which ones. This is only for the Dreamcast version of Sonic Adventure 2, obviously. Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, I think, had a similar thing with the Game Boy attachment, if you attach the Game Boy to the GameCube. Anyway, problem with this, though, is that it's so old that the battery dies like that. It just goes out. You buy a new set of batteries, put them in, dead very soon before you get any progress done in the game. And the game runs so slowly on this for some reason that you don't make any reasonable progress. I think there's something wrong with my VMUs. I don't think it's running the way the games used to. And I know this because in high school, right, while I was playing Sonic Adventure 2 on the Dreamcast for the first time in a decade, I would walk around with this thing in my pocket all throughout the school day and try to make progress on it, every so often, because the chow is walking, and in between the walk you sometimes get a little thing to do, and the thing would just take forever. It was just, I don't know what was going on about that. But anyway, enough rambling about the problems with VMUs. I think I spent way too long talking about that. These are the vibrator. Oh, no, not the right phrase to use it. These are the attachment that make the controller vibrate. So I guess you would call it the equivalent of the rumble pack for the N64. The vibrators. And obviously you have the power cord and the RCA attachment there. And here are my games for this wonderful, wonderful system. And right off the top, what you probably see is I have one wrapped in a plastic little sandwich bag with two pieces of cardboard protecting it. Now, what would be so important to me that I would do that? Oh, wait. Yes, this is my Dreamcast version. The working Dreamcast version, I might say, for Sonic Adventure 2. By far my favorite Sonic game of all time, even though people like to make fun of the game. People say it's not as good as it's cracked up to be. I like it. You might notice that the GameCube version of this game was my ZAP 1. This was Zaler Avon LP1, except it wasn't the Dreamcast version. It was, of course, the GameCube version. It was almost the Dreamcast version. I almost decided to be purist and do the Dreamcast version, but I stuck with the decision to do GameCube for a number of reasons. If you take the disc out, you can see this was the 10th anniversary release for Sonic Adventure 2. Has the instruction booklet, all those wonderful things. I love the art. The reason I chose the GameCube version over the Dreamcast version was I already played the Dreamcast version. I hadn't played the GameCube version, And B, just before starting recording for this channel, for my 19th birthday, I think it was, my father came from Oregon to where I now go to college and went to dinner with me, and he gave me for my birthday the GameCube version of Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. So that was fun, and I decided to use it for that purpose, to make that Zelp 1, because I love the game, and I had never played the GameCube version, and I decided, hey, instead of playing Sonic Adventure 2 Dreamcast a second time through for my LP, and then not having played GameCube version yet, let's kill two birds in one stone, make my first ZALP my first experience playing the GameCube version, so I can say I did the game, and also, you know, I record Zelp 1 at the same time, so that was wonderful. I feel like I'm making this a lot longer than the Genesis video, and I'm rambling a lot more, but hey, this system has a lot of history behind it, and so I'm a little bit confused as to how the system came into my possession. An aunt of mine actually gave both of them to me because they were sitting in their basement, basically rusting. But I believe this actually might have been the Dreamcast I played when I was 3 years old until, you know, I suppose got rid of it when I was about 5 or 6. I don't know why that decision was made. But I'm thinking that maybe it just went to my aunt's and I didn't know where it went, and it was, you know, lost to me from my memory. And that because this is the design of the original one I had, and I don't know why my aunt would have two, because this would, I suppose, was hers. So it's very interesting. This is Sonic Adventure 1. Actually, a little embarrassing, I haven't actually gotten around to playing this yet. I played like one level to make sure it worked. I've seen a little bit about it, you know, been thinking of playing through it. This will definitely be a Zelp at some point, Sonic Adventure 1. I'm not sure whether I'll do the GameCube version or this hair on this too. Sticky. I haven't cleaned this in a while. I just cleaned the Dreamcast before filming. I'm not sure if I'll do the GameCube version. I think it's called Sonic Director's Cut or something. Or if I'll do the original Dreamcast version. And I don't know when I'll ever get around to doing that, the ZALP, but I can see myself doing that. And here's Buzz Lightyear of Star Command, a wonderful Dreamcast game I have. I would play this game so much as a kid. Oh my god, these were kindergarten, first grade days. Play this game so often. I just have it for nostalgia. It's not that bad a game. It was pretty fun for its time. I don't know if I'd ever do it, but it's a little bit kiddie, but you know, I still enjoy it, having it. This is the Magical Racing Tour, the Walt Disney World racing game for the Dreamcast. I also played when I was a kid. I actually haven't played it since I was a kid. I got the game. I think I just tested it to make sure it worked, and I never actually played it. And it's really fun. You can play as Chip and Dale or a dozen of other characters. It's kind of like Mario Kart, but not as polished, obviously. Well, it's the current versions. Not bad. Like instead of homing shells, they have acorns. It's really bonkers. It's kind of fun. You collect trophies after winning races. Very good game. Oh, and we have 102 Dalmatians. So this game, I think my first video game of all time was like either Sonic 1 or Sonic 2. It might have also been this game. I have no idea. I remember just when I was a kid, really young, playing this game, 100%ing it all the time, because it's a really easy kids game. It's really easy to 100% too. This might have inspired me to be a completionist, completing that game over and over. I don't know. I remember just, you know, reading the instruction book over and over and over, like I would do every instruction book when I was a kid. So that's fun. I have no idea what this is. I'll be honest. This is some racing game. Probably never played it. Probably never will. Moving on. I have the instruction book. And it's in some sort of generic jewel disc case. And this is Generator Volume 2. What this basically is sampling for different Dreamcast games. It has demos for a bunch of games. I think one of them was a Rayman game. It's not really a game per se. It's just a series of demos to get you to buy games by giving you little glimpses of things you could go out and get for the system. Those of you who know about the Dreamcast know what the generator is. I won't have to explain it, but I think that's as much as I can explain it. This is Miss Pac-Man. Maze Madness, and it's not a traditional Pac-Man game. It's actually kind of a 3D platformer. You run around collecting stuff. I think I played like 2-3 levels of it before. There's an N64 version, and I might have that one too, funny enough. I just realized that. I might have 2 versions of this weird Miss Pac-Man game. But, you know, that's all fun. Obviously, Sonic Adventure 1, definitely going to be a ZALP 2. The other ones are up in the air, you know. I say from top to bottom is the likelihood of seeing ZALPs. I hope you enjoyed my showing off my Dreamcast, and I'll see you next time. I have no other Sega consoles at the moment, but I'm planning on getting, at some point when I can afford it, which probably never, Sega CD and a Sega Saturn. I already showed off the Genesis and the 32X. After that, not really interested in the other Sega systems. Not that there are really many. I think there are some obscure things in the middle there. Not worried about it. Enjoy the next part of ZALPs, whether it be Paper Mario or Hulk. See you next time. Because I have no idea when I'm going to release this. Because we do things as we go. We make this shit up as we go along here at Zaler Avon LPs.